Hello and welcome to Clean Sheet. This is our second video back since the rebrand, and we're here to talk about a very controversial football club in the Premier League, Manchester United. They've had a tough couple of seasons, especially the last season when Manchester United fans themselves prefer not to talk about. They started with Ole, ended the season with Ralf Rangnick, and now they've got a completely different manager all the way from the Netherlands, Erik Ten Hag. He's had a couple of successful preseason games right now as we're recording, especially counting that 4-0 against Liverpool that I should not be talking about
Wait,
well myself.
against who? Sorry, it was not.
It's pretty irrelevant since it's preseason, but for your sake, I'll tell you it was Liverpool 4-0 United against Liverpool.
Liverpool, right? Liverpool.
Yeah. So Ayush today is here to talk about that club, their expectations, everything for Manchester United for the 2022-23 season.
So yeah, today we are going to talk about Erik Ten Hag, and to be honest, no one has any idea what he's going to do. And as Videep very rightly said, Manchester United fans don't want to talk about the last season, which is very rare because they love to talk, don't they? Anyway, a little banter there. So
I'd love to
Erik
talk about
Ten
the last couple of games though.
yeah, last couple games they've been talking too much. As if I don't know what they want.
Uh,
All right. So today I basically want to talk about what Manchester United should be playing like how they should look next season. Overall, if it was the team was in my hands, I would change it completely. But yeah, obviously we can't do that. We can't just throw every player out. So unfortunately, we had to narrow it down to 4 or 5 players, which is also a lot. So yeah, that tells you a lot about the team. So I'll start with the defense. So most people here would say that replace Maguire. But to be honest, I think that Maguire actually gets a lot of unnecessary hate, like a lot of it. Sure, he's not the he doesn't obviously he's not the worth the price tag he was bought for. But I think we should let that go for now. Okay, so Videep, do you really think that Maguire deserves that much criticism the way he gets it?
I watched a few Manchester United games last season. I have no idea why. And to be honest, the defending wasn't really up to the standards, but that's probably we can put that down to Manchester United players in general having a pretty bad season. You talk about Pogba, you talk about Bruno Fernandes, you talk about a very good majority of that team. They had a very underwhelming season, and I think if if Maguire was to continue for another season, I would not judge the previous season for any Manchester United fans, save David De Gea and Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously Maguire gets unnecessary hit. The areas which I felt that United really needed to strengthen were the wing backs because Eric Ten Hag we saw at Ajax he really needs versatile fullbacks who can attack as well as defend. Like he won't go with someone like Trent either because Trent will just go and attack and then someone in the center needs to cover for him, which Manchester United clearly does not have the depth to do that. Neither Varane nor Maguire have that kind of ability which Van Dijk does. So I always thought they needed a good right back because Van Bissaka was just not very good at dribbling through players, right? So they have signed the new guy Malaysia, and I watched him a little. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen him a lot, but as far as I've seen him, I think he'll do the trick because he's technically capable and he can carry the ball forward. That's exactly what Ten Hag needs, in my opinion. And also talking about the defense, I saw that Ten Hag just had a lot of space in the middle, right? He kept a lot of gap in the center backs. One center back was totally here, one center back was totally there, and his fullbacks were playing overlapping the whole game, and it was amazing. I loved it because I thought he might try to do something different against a team like Liverpool, but it was just so aggressive, and I absolutely enjoyed it. As a football fan, that was amazing. He had the overlapping fullbacks and the the wingers. Sorry, my bad. The wingers were cutting in, they were playing underlapping. The fullbacks were overlapping. I just loved the match. And they destroyed Liverpool. What could be better than that? So yeah. Uh, anyways, so yeah, that was defense for me. Anything else you think they need to change in defense?
I think defensively they don't have the kind of squad depth you would need for playing like a manager like Erik Ten Hag. Obviously, he demands a lot from his players. You've got a very aging Rafael Varane who has not really fit in the Premier League yet. Look at his injury form and everything. Harry Maguire, obviously not the most consistent defender out there. So I think at least one other good centre back that they can count on. You've got Eric Bailly, obviously. So hopefully that works out for them.
Yeah, and they're trying to sign Martinez as well, as you just told me before the video. So yeah, Martinez is maybe coming in. People are saying most probably he's going to be coming in. Martinez is not a very visible player, is he? So we don't really know how that's going to work. But I don't think centre back is a position. They just I think there are other positions which urgently need to be filled. Like the depth can be increased later, but for now we need the
Yeah,
star player.
so why don't you tell us about the positions that need to be
Yeah.
fixed
So
urgently?
again, we got postponed in recording this video, and they made a lot of signings in between. So now they have Ericsson, and they have De Jong, and then they have McTominay, they have Fernandez, they have this, they have that, and I genuinely have no idea what Ten Hag is going to do in midfield. As far as we saw in the game against Liverpool, it was a double pivot system where two midfielders were playing in between, and they were just providing the balls for the fullbacks to overlap. Again, as I said before, so yeah, Ericsson seems to be a very good signing. Ericsson can let's talk about Ericsson for some time. So Ericsson can play as a 10, he can play as a 8, he can play as a 6. He'll cover the whole midfield. He's creative. I thought after the whole Euros thing, he wouldn't have this kind of game, but it was just amazing how well he could perform at Brentford. Yeah, I think it was an amazing sign for Manchester United. Totally worth the price tag. Sorry, not even the price tag. It was free. Sorry, am I audible?
I have a question. Yeah, you are. Um, I have a question there. You
Yes.
talk about how flexible Ericsson is in all throughout the midfield, and
Yeah.
we've seen Bruno Fernandes do something similar at Manchester United, right? Playing at the 10 and playing at the 8 also sometimes when required. So now when you see you've got Bruno Fernandes changing his jersey number, taking Mata's 8 number, you're looking at him progressing into a more fixed number 10. But like looking at how his past form has been for the past season and how Ericsson's form has been, would that be a direct competition for the
I
midfield spot?
don't think there could be a competition, to be honest. I actually think they would work well together because I always felt that Bruno Fernandes was the player carrying the midfield. I think he's usually leaning towards the right, and Ericsson is the player who usually goes towards the left. But I think that could actually turn out to be something really good for Manchester United. Like I see some chemistry there. I don't know why. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but that's what I feel. And also the reunion with De Jong and Van de Beek. We can't forget that they both are amazing at Ajax, and maybe Van de Beek will finally get the playing time he deserves. So I don't know if we'll see a probably a double pivot. I would love to see a double pivot. I can't tell you how much I would love to see it because I just loved Ajax whole tactical setup. It was just amazing. It was a dream for me, to be honest. And okay, so that was the midfield for me. As I said, I don't know for sure, but I would love to see a
One
double
second,
pivot.
one second. While you wrap up the midfield, what if De Jong somehow does not end up coming to United? What if he chooses to stay at Barcelona?
I
What
think
then?
even then, Manchester United in future, like in January, they could go back to for looking for other midfielders, but still they have a lot of options now. At least they have Ericsson now, they have Fernandes, they have McTominay. They could use Fred instead of De Jong. Maybe Van de Beek gets playing time now because De Jong isn't there. So yeah, but I would love the De Jong coming here to Premier League as a neutral fan. As a Chelsea fan, I hate it because I have been a De Jong fan since like years. So yeah,
I think we all as neutrals have been fans individually of the players who played for that Ajax team.
yeah, exactly. He
That
was so good.
unfortunately Spurs beat. Unfortunately Spurs beat, yeah. I think we've all been fans of those players.
But that's such spoilers. They won't win. They won't like others win. It's just anyways, we aren't here
Moving
to
on to forwards then.
yes, we aren't here to backbitch about Spurs. So yeah,
Yeah,
talking about the forward line. So Ronaldo rumors are going on and on and on. Chelsea was one of the places. I would love to have him at Chelsea, but that's just the football fan in me who wants to see such a great player of the game to come here. But it's not the most sensible move, is it? Because he's old. We
it
just
is.
signed Sterling. We don't really need attacking options. I mean, how many are you going to buy? So I am going to assume that Ronaldo is going to stay for now. And that is what seems to be happening, right? He said that he wants to go, but not a lot of clubs are being linked. Like maybe Bayern because they just sold Lewandowski to Barcelona. So for now, let's
They
just
bought
assume.
Mane as well, though.
Yeah, they bought Mane as well now. So for now, let's just assume that Ronaldo stays at Manchester United. So I think, to be honest, they need one more winger. Like this may be wrong, but like people would say that Rashford and Sancho are already there. Like I think they need a more stronger personality because at first I felt ZH, you know. Again, the neutral fan in me felt ZH. As a Chelsea fan, no, we aren't selling anything to United. Fuck off. My bad. I have to cut that out. Yes. Okay. As a Chelsea fan, no, we aren't selling anything to you. Piss off. So okay, ZH would be amazing, right? Because Manchester United, ZH is the set piece player. He'll take free kicks, he'll take corners. Manchester, and
And
I completely
ZH has played with Van de Beek under Ten
Van
Hag.
de Beek,
You've
De
got
Jong,
all of
Ten
those.
Hag. It would be the green situation, wouldn't it? Because again, Manchester United just scored 7 goals from the whole season from set pieces last season, and that's terrible for a team like Manchester United. Yeah, from the start, the neutral fan in me was feeling that ZH would be the dream signing, but obviously Chelsea wouldn't want to sell ZH to Manchester United. So I thought let's look at other options, and the one that comes to mind after that is Nabry, right? Because his contract is ending, and I actually believe that Nabry could be even better than ZH because ZH has clearly not adjusted to the league yet, and we don't know for sure if he ever will. So Nabry felt like even a more versatile option because Nabry plays in the center, Nabry plays on the left, Nabry plays on the right. So if they can get Nabry to play on the left with Ronaldo in the center, assuming that Ronaldo stays again, and they could actually get Sancho to play on his best position again. So I love that attack: Sancho, Nabry, and Ronaldo in the center, right? So yeah, I think Nabry would be the next player I'd sign for Manchester United. You have anything to say
I have
about
a
that?
couple of questions while speaking of the attack now.
Yeah, sure.
You talked about Rashford, you talked about Sancho, you talked about Ronaldo. That would I think that would be the first preference for front three, right? Then you've got fairly decent backups at Elanga and Martial. Martial's had a pretty good preseason. So what do you think about those two?
I heard rumors about him going Martial, but I'm not sure again. Yeah, I think those two are good for backups, as you said, very rightly said. That those two are good for backups. Maybe they'll have to choose between Elanga and Martial, one of them. But yeah, I would still need one more strong person in the attack who can carry the attack. A stronger personality. Those are those kids are still young, and they can't play in the league yet. I believe they'll be fine for the cup games.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, your final thoughts before we end the video.
See, as a neutral fan, I just want Ten Hag to work at Manchester United because if Ten Hag can even do half of what he did at Ajax with the financial capabilities Manchester United have, they could go a long, long way. But as a Chelsea fan, please just fail again. Let's get a new manager after 6 months. Then you'll cry about him, and then we'll replace him as well.
I know the joy of seeing Manchester United fans in tears. That is
It's
irreplaceable.
so good. It's so good. I
Nothing's
feel like
better
a
than that.
monster, but it's so good. Just crying all the time. Now we're going to have a good manager. Now we're going to have a good player. Now Glazer's out. Now this. Now that. Shut up. Shit team. Yeah. So let's. Okay, we're not
It's
starting.
just so satisfying. The entire season, I've had way too much fun looking, listening to all the Manchester United fans. It's been a great team. They're a great year.
Amazing. Let's hope for the same for the next year as well.
To be honest, Manchester United fans cheered more about us losing out on the final two trophies in the last week than they did their entire season.
And did you and
So
did you see after the preseason how they celebrated? My God.
I did. It was actually very insane.
Again, we are not here to
That gives you
backpitch.
joy.
No, no, we are not here to backpitch about other clubs. We are a very neutral fan page. Obviously, we
Well,
are not
very
biased towards
neutral, yeah.
Chelsea and Liverpool.
Not at all, not at all.
Oh no.
What's that thing behind me? I have no idea what that is. I've
Yeah,
never seen that
exactly.
before in my life.
What happened?
Anyway, that's been us for this video. What Manchester United need to do? A complete rebuild or just work with the options? Trust Ten Hag? Is this the trust the process that Manchester United need to put on their team here? So give us your thoughts in the comments. This is Ayush and Vadeep for Clean Sheet. Thank you for watching.